Guys, so I got most of the wiring done. Well, I neatened it up a little bit since the last video, and I did it mostly offline because I'm not doing anything different than I did on the Duster, so why bother watching it again, huh? You can see got everything all set up, all nicely tied off and put together, and I moved the horn relay from here over to there and moved some wires, other wires out. So this is all cleaned up back to there. Mounted up my MAC sensor. So that made a good place for it. So I put it there. And now to the point where to put fuse boxes. I got two fuse boxes. I bought this off a late 90s Astrovan years ago. It's what they use to control the Astrovan. And that would fit really nicely right there. In fact, it almost looks like it's made to sit there. This is all pre-wired up for an Astrovan. I'd have to change all the wiring in it. This thing pretty much uses standard wiring stuff that you can get pretty easily offline. And that's one consideration. So it would do something a little bit different than what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do is use something like this. This is the Eaton RTFM, I think they call it, box. And set them up so they sit here, something like this. And the advantage of doing it that way is that they're not pre-configured for anything like this thing is. This is good for several hundred amps. You can see the size of the wire coming out of that. That's 12 gauge. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. These are all output wires for various sensors and whatnot. This is kind of a cool box. I like it. I don't know if it's going to work for me though in this application. If I use those, I have to start from scratch and wire everything the way I want to do it. Basically, I'm going to use something to run the headlight switches because I'm going to put relays in for them so I can run better headlights. I can move the power cable, the car's power cable, which is this 12 gauge wire right here, to a fuse instead of a fusible link. That's some advantage to doing that, I guess. Yeah, that's about it. I could do the same thing with that box. I have these wires come out of that, and a fuse on it, and the rest of them I just have to run with it. Made two relays for the circuit, for the headlights, one for high beam and low beam. This doesn't really have that in there. Has a single circuit for the relays and fuses for left and right. I can ignore that. Believe me, this is not much. The Eaton box is not much easier. There we go. One side. Ah, shit. Did the paint. Got relays, horn relay. Got a nice little label on the side that supposedly matches what we got. Nice little box. I'm almost tempted to use it. It'll take a lot of work. Have to go out and repin everything. Figure out how I'm going to pin it. See if I can buy the parts to do that with. But otherwise, this is not bad. Anyway, I got to think of that for a while. So I'm going to do some mock-ups on this, so I'm going to go offline for a minute and we'll take a look at some stuff. Hey guys, working on the Dart again. We sort of got something figured out for laying out the micro skirt. Kind of looks like that. In order to make that work, I have to find some place to mount inside the car. That means I got to put the heater stuff back in to find out where the space is. So now we're being diverted into rebuilding the heater core box. It's funny how that works, right? You try to do one thing, pretty soon you divert it to something else, and then something else and something else. Anyway, this is the fresh air side. We're going to go stick in the car. I don't know if you guys want to watch me do that. Nah. Let's pause this.